Online at 560theanswer.com.
Now, from the Signature Bank Studios, this hour of the Shaun Thompson Show is sponsored exclusively by DonleyAuctions.com. They need your guns. Sell for top dollar. DonleyAuctions.com.
Portions of the following show may be pre-recorded.
From the streets of Melrose Park to the trading floor of the Merc, he's fought for every dollar he's ever earned. And now, with personal liberty and our system of capitalism under assault in America, he's here to seize back our rights from the government. With a cigar in one hand and a copy of the Declaration of Independence in the other, he's Shaun Thompson. And this is the Shaun Thompson Show.
Some folks are born made to wave the flag. Ooh, they're red, white, and blue.
What am I talking about? What?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's right.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
Mitch, are you there?
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator.
That's a year and a half ago. From all we know, he died a year and a half ago. Oh, it's preposterous. The whole fracking thing. This is a representative republic. What is this, my uncle? I never had an uncle named Mitch. In my family, that's what we called a pitchawk. Mitch, I don't give a rip if you're alive or where you are. You're supposed to be a senator. Where in the world is Mitch McConnell?
Where in the world is Mitch McConnell? Show me a sign, give me a clue. Drop me a hint and tell me something new.
It's a global mystery. You've got to watch and see. Where in the world is
Mitch McConnell?
Remember when they did this with Dianne Feinstein, that inside trading whore? Very good friends with Mitch McConnell. They wheeled her out. She had one eye closed like Popeye. Didn't know if it was Tuesday or July. But what's the big deal? We had a president that had the same problem.
And Joan Shingang, I'm going to pronounce right, Shanga Kawawa.
Too stupid to be ashamed. Too arrogant to be embarrassed. I don't give a rip about these 535 suck-ons called representatives. It's more about the 370 million legal citizens. And all of these suck-ons, including Mitch, he wanted to focus on the 50 million, 60 million, 70 million. Who the frack knows? How many illegal aliens have been getting our money since Mitch McConnell could do a jumping jack and comb his own hair? The idea that we allow these idiots to be in this position is really nauseating.
I have no idea. I have no idea how he's doing. At the beginning.
How's he doing? He soiled his pants in front of everybody a year and a half ago. How's he doing? He's doing great.
Okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
And then after that concoction that kept Joe Biden on his feet with a diaper soiled constantly of formaldehyde, Starbucks, and Viagra shot right into his eyeball. This is what, 7 months ago?
Today, the Senate sits for a test on behalf of the entire nation. It's a test of American resolve, our readiness, and our willingness to lead. And the stakes of failure.
Riveting! Absolutely riveting! You're lucky the debt's only $40 trillion with these kind of morons. By the way, where's the wife? Where is Shanghai Sally? She's in China. That's love. I've got prom dates that will be more upset when I go than Mitch McConnell's wife, Shanghai Sally. The shipping heiress of a Chinese communist spy, with no coincidence, since she latched onto that Jiminy Cricket-looking freak, Mitch McConnell. Her pappy's company and Mitch McConnell became worth hundreds, if not billions of dollars. When you look at this, it's insulting to call yourself, what is he, a conservative? Is Mitch McConnell a conservative?
For the first time since Senator Mitch McConnell was hospitalized nearly 3 weeks ago, the governor of Kentucky is publicly asking for answers. Governor Andy Beshear sent McConnell a letter Wednesday urging him to update Kentucky residents on his condition, writing, quote, Kentuckians have grown increasingly concerned about the current state of your health and well-being.
Now, here's the skinny. These morons don't work anyway. The dirty little secret, the worst-kept secret in America, is they're good for nothing. And that's why it's really not that big of a deal if you have a Nazi for a senator, an old man who has soiled his trousers at least 3 times by noon, or an absolute bald-faced fraud liar.
My Aunt Bee has walked by that picture at least 1,000 times, remarked that her father, my papa, had high...
Did she say papa? I think she said papaw. This Dutch boy-looking Chuck Connor impersonating freak. You know, Chuck Connors played Geronimo, if I'm not mistaken, high cheekbones. And you know something? Even when you wiped off that makeup and you put him next to a sheet of paper in Ed Burke's ass, he still wasn't as white as Elizabeth Warren.
Cheekbones, like all of the Indians do, because that's how she saw it. And she's...
Boy, oh boy. All of them? Did you ever see a Hopi Indian squirrel? Did you ever see a Hopi in Arizona? Heads like coolers. My lawyer must be a Hopi Indian. He has a head like a cooler, too.
Said, and your mother got those same great cheekbones, and I didn't. She thought this was the bad deal she had gotten in life.
And every fracking moron in that idiot lying whores district who was lying for 40 years, everything from student loans to jobs, everything under the lie that Chuck Connor looking white sheet of paper was a fracking Indian. So are you really that shocked that this liar supports that liar, is friends with the other liar? And it only takes 535 of these lawyer slip and fall shyster political whores to steal a nation.
I'm endorsing Graham Plattner for Senate in Maine. And here's the reason why.
All right.
Graham Plattner is the real deal. He's
exactly which American? Is there one that this lying fraud whore, her opinion means anything to? Is there one American out there that says, boy, I really wonder what Elizabeth Warren thinks? What do you think Elizabeth Warren thinks? There's a sentence said by no one ever. And if it was, then the person who's asking that deserves this representation. But we don't. We're not the scumbag Democrats. In fact, we begrudgingly vote Republican from time to time. And the idea that there isn't a mass outrage. Donald Trump knows better than anybody, which is why he answered the question just like this.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea how he's doing. At the beginning.
At a certain point, people are going to understand there is one answer to this problem and one answer only. And that answer isn't the stereo, we're going to go to war. Forget that. The best thing you could do to these idiots is let them live to be as old as Mitch McConnell. They deserve to live their useless existence. Mitch at least was able to steal enough money to become worth a billionaire and marry Shanghai Sally. In the meantime, the good people deserve real representation, a real representative republic. And that's why the best news of the day, bar none, and I don't ever get to say this, squirrel, it's right here in Illinoisistan, formerly Illinois, with enough good people to know exactly what needs to be done.
Growing movement among Illinois counties to separate from Chicago and Cook County to form a new state. The separatists say things like high taxes and a shrinking influence at the state capitol have them ready to secede. Fox 2's Andy Banker shows us Indiana has now come calling.
Well, voters in 33 Illinois counties, including multiple counties in the St. Louis region, have now approved non-binding ballot measures saying they no longer want to be part of the state.
33, they voted to secede. Indiana said okay. And now, today, another 7 counties, bringing the total to 40. And when you ask yourself why not, because it's normal among these thieving, useless, rat, trust fund Democrats to steal in the light of day.
An Illinois state representative and her husband are accused in a kickback scheme tied to campaign money.
What do you think, you're Newsom? What do you think, you're little Dick Durbin and his portly wife? What do you think, you're a Daley? No, you know what you are. You're a thief. You're a fraud. And you confessed to everybody as you ran and won as an Illinois Democrat.
Carol Ammon serves the Urbana area. She is now facing wire fraud and other charges. Prosecutors allege that she used campaign donations for personal reasons. She's also...
Oh, really? Well, let's see what this bust-out makes, and then take a look in her driveway or in her closet to see the shoes and the purses, let alone the travel. Wasn't this dizzy whore out of the country when this story broke? Where was the husband? It's like Ayanna Pressley all over again.
Accused of helping groups get grants that could benefit relatives. Aaron Ammons is accused of trying to mislead investigators.
Oh, is this shocking? I'm curious. Exactly who is this shocking to? As you see the news over and over and over again, no matter where the Democrats are, this is the modus operandi, the schematics of scummy. And that's what they are, all scummy. And all of our lives, we all knew this. And that's why when the short in the pants daily mafia, oh, yes, each and every one of you. You know how I could tell, Squirrel? The look on their wives' faces. They think orgasm is a planet. Don't you, Mrs. Burke?
Wednesday morning, I'll be addressing the U.S.-Israel alliance, where it is and where it must go. Prime Minister Netanyahu has led Israel.
You're right. Chief Justice, retired Burke. It was her second job, Squirrel. She deserved it. Chief Justice, the Illinois Supreme Court. After all, she had to see her husband naked.
The U.S.-Israel alliance into a dead end. It's at a tipping point. The status quo is no longer sustainable.
What's wrong with that voice? Is that from every time you open your mouth, one of your scumbag brothers slapping you in the back of the head? Is that because every time as a little kid when you would say, come on, guys, let me steal too, one of those scumbag brothers of yours would slap you in the head?
We need a path for Palestinian self-determination and sovereignty and a path for Israel's security.
This is a Jew. Palestinian self-determination. Hey, stupid. Have you been looking for the last 80 years? Their self-determination is to kill you. Their self-determination is to enslave their own people. Murder their own people like Iran and everywhere else. Do you think they're interested in a title company? You think they are looking to open up an index of the Palestinian stock market? You stupid, lying, thieving, short-in-the-pants, nine-finger Yakuza?
Lay out specific ideas on both peace process, economic integration, and making sure that this region, the Mideast, is more stable and more secure.
Well, why don't you go to Gaza and tell them how you went to work for some fraud firm for 2 years, a lobbying firm that was involved in some mergers and acquisitions, corrupt Democrat style. And in 2 years, you somehow made $16 million. And that firm, after Barack Obama, who likes a big-footed broad, he likes an ugly girl. He likes an underbite. He's one of that rare few percentage of guys who says, show me a broad with an underbite. I love it. After he became president, you and that company and all his friends, shirts and skins, all made a fortune, you thieving rat. Why don't you teach the Gazans how to do that? Of course, you'd have to get them out of those costumes first. See how it works. Why don't you tell them you go there with the one time you had a job, how you cut your finger off and you say, listen, boys, you're not going to work your way out of this problem. You're going to have to steal your way out.
And serves America's interests. I'll be providing you the speech so you can read it, the opportunity to link and watch the speech and the questions at the university.
Shut your crooked rat you ass up. Really, every one of them. From Rahm Emanuel to Elizabeth Warren to every other suck-on politician, specifically Democrats, no matter where they are, but not exclusively, right, Mitch? That's why it's time for all the counties to move forward for secession. Who said we only have to have 50 states? Where is that written? How about 150 states? It'll be harder to get these crooked rats elected. 312-642-5600.
This is the Shaun Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.